Stuffwell reporting for duty for Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time, Part 3.
It never ends.
Will you just stuff it?
Stuff it, Stuffwell.
And again, I'm showing the splash screen like this, just so you can see what the new backgrounds look like.
Oh yeah, like, say what you will about Partners in Time, like, it definitely feels like a step up in terms of, well, production values for Mario.
The sprite work. Oh, the sprite work is so much smoother. Not saying that. Superstar
It was an obvious transitional period for the franchise, even though I think it would reach its peak by.
It's almost as if this was a game on the DS.
Well, no, it's so much more powerful.
But it was an obvious transitional period, which honestly I would say just reached its peak by Bowser's Inside Story, and then once the 3DS games came around, that was kind of its own different, like its own new can of worms.
Oh yeah.
I wanna
maybe
ask
not so much can of worms, but cans of brotherly fun.
I want to ask because I kind of forgot about it. Is the Bowser's Inside Story remake released now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's been out for
long
it is,
release.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And
It's been out for several months.
I will say, barring the fact that I kind of was on and off with the game, I do think it is a pretty decent update to the original. Now, if we had a means to record it, I would have absolutely no trouble of doing it again.
So yeah, with the booze, look for which aisles. And I'm just saying, I really hope that at some point we'll get some way to play these games, or give us better emulation, or just release the, I don't know, something.
Just put the 3DS.
Yeah.
Just do some sort of 3DS player sort of thing on the Switch, and everyone will be happy.
Right, like how DS can be ported to Wii U, and
but the DS could be ported to the Wii U because the Wii U had 2 screens.
Well, true, but in all fairness, it wouldn't be hard to put the 2 screens on the Switch's single screen. They would just have to be shrunken down a bit.
Yeah, but
a little bit.
Here's also the thing: you would have to play it. You would have
upside
to play
down.
Play it
in handheld mode with the touchpad.
All things considered, that is probably the most logical conclusion to that. Though I would say, like, maybe an alternative is to also include, like, maybe make some use out of the IR pointer.
You know, I have to agree, Cody. That is a very hot take on that issue.
Yes, that is a very spicy.
I wasn't sure if you guys could hear him, but I guess you could.
Guys,
it's almost as spicy as Bowser's as all the lava. Oh,
actually, really cute cutscene up ahead.
I hear babies. Ow! That's not a baby.
That is not a baby at all.
It was probably someone's baby at one point.
On the top screen.
Oh boy.
No.
Okay, so it
What
wasn't.
are they doing up there?
Oh, I love this. Listen. Oh no, baby Luigi's like,
Oh no. He's like, oh no.
babies.
Oh look, they found their adult selves. Oh,
Ow.
nice.
Of course, Mario. Even as a baby, Mario abuses his brother.
Here you go.
Come on, baby.
Okay,
Come on, baby Luigi.
come
Of
on.
course, baby Luigi
You
got
can
the
do it.
jitters.
Come on.
I gotcha.
Actually,
Mario!
What?
Oh. Hey, Stuffwell.
That came from
Perhaps
his
you
ass.
should use me as a sort of cushionable device. I am, of course, well padded. Bumtish.
I did not need to know that.
What you're doing
I
on
spe-
Friday nights is not
I'm
business.
sorry, Mario. I didn't know I was this dummy thick. And my
No, stop.
Moving on.
Sure is leather.
But
Sure
you know
is
what?
leather.
That does have some use. Come on, baby Weech, jump down.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what this is. What is this happening on 2 separate screens?
Yes,
It is.
Okay, that's what
Luigi
I thought.
was up on the top screen.
That's actually clever to have it on 2 separate screens.
Yeah.
But I was trying
actually-
to edit it so you could see it on one screen.
Yeah, I was about to say, you say that, Matt. I was actually just going to compliment Logan for editing it like that.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Come on, you don't.
Mario!
Oh, they thought we were about to abandon
Mario,
them
stop
in this
being a
lava.
dick!
I'm
For
sorry.
shame, Mario.
I
Allow
just-
me a brief apology. I was rushing.
I just assumed
I forgot to mention.
I just assumed that because they were Marios, they had the innate ability to jump on their own.
They probably
They
could have.
do.
What?
But now
So
we shall
about-
learn how to work as a group of 4.
Which actually works pretty okay, and actually I like the kind of tanky aspect of it, especially in combat.
What a
So-
situation.
Yeah.
You think maybe you should calm them down?
You just push them a little bit to the side. Like, come on.
I wonder what would
Oh,
happen if we
come on,
kill our
baby.
past selves.
No.
Oh, I made a silly face.
Oh, that's what it was.
Come on.
Aww.
No.
Oh, looky.
Hey,
Now it's Luigi's turn.
baby Luigi. In the baby Luigi.
And how's it
Oh,
going to fail?
no.
It's just
Come on.
Oh,
more.
Come on.
He's gonna react to Luigi being hurt, is he?
Oh.
No, just dizzy.
That's
But it's
he
still
pushed
fun.
himself too hard.
I was really
Again, same.
Yay!
Go ahead.
I was just expecting
so
it to be
cute.
like, yeah. But I still would have expected it to be kind of like with Monsters Inc., where it's like Boo would only laugh whenever Mike does something that hurts himself.
Well, it is
Yeah,
true
no.
what they say. Comedy usually derives from tragedy.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh. Why, I never. You would just leave the babies like that? Come on.
Okay.
Proceeding as a group of 4 is rather vital.
You two are
I
kind
do.
of
Look at the
dicks.
upper right-hand part of the screen,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
when the icon looks like this, Mario and Luigi can move.
The A and B are highlighted.
Go on, move about.
Come on, we already know how to do this.
I suppose next you're gonna give us a tutorial on how to breathe.
Seriously,
We're literally getting a tutorial on how to do proper.
Breathe in, now out.
we've been doing this shit for the past 2 hours!
But
You
here's
have to
something you
keep-
would never have thought to do. Now press the X and Y button so you can play as the babies.
Stop it!
You have to keep telling me how to breathe, or else I'll forget.
I
Actually,
mean, you gotta learn to crawl before you can walk.
I was
No.
really expecting, like, at one point stuff was gonna be like,
To close your eyelids, open them, then close them.
Fun fact: there was actually an adventure game that worked like that. I'll explain more after this little dialogue. But yeah, we can get piggyback rides.
Oh, how charming.
It's kind of like how we
I mean-
piggyback off of
It is
off of
simple
James
to
for
do.
these videos.
Just
Sometimes.
hoist the baby.
Well, no. Yeah, all
No,
you have
not
is get
throw
near
the
them.
baby. Hoist the baby.
You say that, James, but don't forget a key component of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Try
first
and
we're gonna
see.
walk. There you go.
There you go.
Piggyback.
See? That's how it's done. The babies can also initiate the move by moving close to Mario and Luigi.
Right.
Now
let's get
then,
out close.
let's go find our poor missing companions. Back to adventure!
Thank
Off
you.
we
Can
go.
we not
I
be
mean-
interrupted by you anymore?
Give me 10 seconds. So,
No
say what you-
promises.
Open the door, but yeah, so these blue switches require all 4 of us together, and this is how they kind of gate progress, which, I mean, it's fair enough. It doesn't, like, jar it up too much. Say what you will about Bowser's Inside Story versus Partners in Time, I do genuinely like the interactions that Mario and Luigi have with the babies and everyone else, like in
It
Partners in
is-
Time. I think their animations
Yeah.
are so fun.
It's honestly the closest this game gets to its usual Mario and Luigi brand sense of humor.
Right, and just, like, they're all, like, wholesome and just talking about...
It is pretty cute.
Toss.
I mean, I'll give kudos to some of the later games, most especially Paper Jam for trying to do this a similar thing, but with Paper Mario along with the Mario Brothers. But otherwise, I would say this is the best, the way they did it best. I would say with the
Yeah.
Mario character, with the Mario the Brothers anyway.
for Prince
Yeah.
Like
Bowser.
honestly,
And-
when it comes to like some of the later games, it's kind of obvious that like in the third game especially, Bowser steals the show. It's almost as if
Oh,
the
yeah,
game's
I mean,
subtitles named
it-
after him.
Yeah,
is his
he is
game.
pretty much half the game.
And then there's also, well, I'll just say it right now because we're not going to get to that game anytime soon. Dream Team. The fact that, well, even though
all Luigi.
the main bad guy is this Bat King thing, who's pretty much a king of nightmares or whatever the stuff, even with him around, like Bowser still manages to feel like a fun threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have. I feel like both of them as a collective threat could have been much more though.
But,
I
but
guess you're
yeah,
right, though.
yeah, I feel like they were kind of holding back with that, just a little
I
bit.
would argue in that game's case, I feel like they kind of held back on the actual threat as opposed to, well, Bowser himself. Because, well, considering
Yeah.
what Bowser ends up doing by the end it's both impressive, though it's also honestly my least favorite boss in the entire franchise.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
also really do enjoy what they did with Luigi as a character in Dream
Of course.
Team.
Yeah, oh yeah,
absolutely.
that I liked.
Honestly, I think that's of all the games released in that year of Luigi, I think that was the game that felt the most like it was made for that year.
Yeah.
Even
So anyway,
even if it
these
might
pipe will
not have
bring
been
us to-
intentional. Like I know
Yes.
for a fact that I don't think it was entirely intentional for like that game or Dark Moon. Like I'd say the most obvious it was
Well, I know for-
was freaking Dr. Luigi.
Well, I know for a fact it wasn't intentional for Dark Moon because they actually delayed it 4 year of Luigi.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Year of
so
Luigi was certainly an interesting year.
yes.
2 years.
Oh, so anyway, so
Yeah.
what was I saying? So
By the way, would you believe it's already been 5 to 6 years since then.
Prince!
Oh, hey, Kamek.
Gosh, you look tiny.
He's got a big head.
Prince Bowser!
What character
Tiny
doesn't
body,
know?
big head.
Oh. Aha! You little red and green insects! Didn't I try to kidnap you once?
Reference.
better.
Yeah, I did! Boy, that didn't work out so well. And you don't look quite so little anymore.
He can't see Baby
fact,
Mario on his
there
back.
And you're
two of you.
much hairier too.
He can't see them on his back, I
Weird,
guess.
but none of that matters. You like bothering our budding master of evil, do you? Then I'll bother you up. That came out wrong. I apologize.
I realize, considering if this were released much later, it'd be more like,
Didn't I try to capture you twice?
Man,
well, actually, no, 3
What?
times. 3 times.
when will I ever learn? Anyway,
So now it's time for our tutorial on how to fight with the baby brothers on piggyback.
I'm a good role model for my young prince. 20 years
to sum
later.
up,
So
to sum up this big dialogue tree and save James's voice just a little bit is basically when you're in piggyback mode, hit the X button first, and that'll start the jump, and then hit A, so you can actually deal more damage than normal with everyone together.
This is essentially the precursor to the double jump mechanic in later Mario and Luigi games, where you just have to press the
Right.
jump button twice.
Yep, and
Which I'll give
which
the
I'm
game
fine
credit.
with.
Like, considering it was the first go at it, it was actually rather clever in its execution, even if it does take a little bit of practice.
Fun.
And then we can use and actually we finally get to how this game uses different brothers items. Well, not okay, we've already went over brothers items, but when we're in piggyback form, the brothers items also, I guess you can consider this game's version of the advanced moves,
Yeah.
where you can now use different combinations. So, for instance, we're gonna see when we use that Koopa shell. Now I can use the A button to kick it as normal, but then whatever baby is on the shell, you can then do a
Press the
well-timed.
corresponding button to do an additional attack.
Oh,
show it
I
here.
see, I see.
This is on the top screen, but yeah, so you can go boom, boom. So you have to get a rhythm going. Anyway,
Sorry about
to
Cody.
finish no
It's fine.
worries. To finish that thought about the closing your eye thing hype, there was a text-based adventure game for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and the first bit of dialogue says, you look around you and the room is dark. And it asks you for input. Legitimately, the first thing you have to type is, open eyes.
Wow.
And then you can see the room around you because your eyes were closed the whole time. And it doesn't give you any indication of this.
That's funny.
that is a very Hitchhiker's thing to do.
Yeah, that's very
You can't
tongue in
see
cheek.
anything.
Oh,
For
I-
his, for his next move,
I-
he went to prove that black is white and white is black, and then was killed
And
on the next Google track, crossing. How long do I have to do this? I'm in a hurry!
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I'm doing the green shell... Oh, now then, back to adventure. Anyway, I don't know if it's just me, but just doing the green shell thing with Baby Luigi is always harder. I think it's just because I have to try and reach for the Y button a little bit trickier. I don't know.
Maybe.
But,
maybe.
nice. But, yeah, anyway, I guess we'll start then talking about the other big thing that happened was just earlier we, as of recording this, we saw the Super Mario Maker 2 Direct.
That honestly, like, I think I can speak for almost everyone is that, well, it's honestly going to be one of the bigger games Nintendo will have this year, and, well, consider what they revealed in this Direct certainly is going to make the first Mario Maker look like absolute child's play.
Oh, totally.
Well, of course, it's a sequel. You gotta, kick it up a
Prince
notch.
Bowser! They
And off
kicked
he
my
goes.
ass again!
Again.
You're useless, Kamek.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah,
Fine!
are you going to
Oh,
say that
boy.
to your father?
This gets
Figure.
back to
doop.
Who is my father? Who is my father anyway?
You don't want to know.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
He's on
Annie.
sabbatical.
Let's just say there's
That was-
time travel in this game, and you don't want to know what happens.
Yeah, go ahead, Hype.
Even with time travel, we never do learn the father. Anyway.
Go ahead, Hype.
Alright, Steve.
Well, just going off, I tried to say it, but I guess Discord didn't want you guys to hear it. Like, when you were, like,
No, go ahead.
going all, like, Kamek's like,
Hey, I got my ass kicked again.
I was actually as Bowser Jr. saying,
You're the worst nanny ever.
Okay.
Yeah, but I at least own it. But anyway, yeah, no, and I love that with this Mario Maker 2, nothing is like being like removed. They're only adding, and they add like you can now make like auto scrollers, water levels. You can add all these like shoot.
Yeah,
That happens on the top screen.
Oh yeah, so I guess considering we're still running under the usual rule of show off new enemy maybe once or twice and then get a move on. That enemy in particular, well, it's if you get rid of its cannon, it'll sometimes try to call it back, and as you noticed there, that was like the one time where it actually got its wish. Other times it'll just be left blue balled and easy for easy pickings.
It's like But yeah, no, it's fun. Again, I like the again. Thank literally nearly 7 to 8 hours of editing, but I love I love how much they take advantage of the dual screens,
which is nice. Though I can imagine it, like say maybe you know what that might be one of the reasons why. Actually, no, I can't even say that's like one of the reasons why this never got remade, considering Bowser's Inside Story got remade, and well, I do believe that game did take full advantage of the two screens.
Oh, it did. Like particularly with the giant Bowser
honestly,
fights.
it just makes me wonder why they never bothered to just do this one next and let Bowser's Inside Story wait till put it on the Switch.
Maybe it's because this one didn't do as well comparatively.
Or they just didn't like it.
Well, to be fair, it did just come out for a system, and I'm not sure, was the DS a money seller?
The DS, of course.
The original.
It was huge.
At first.
At first it was.
It took about maybe a few months to a year, but I mean, I think by the time Partners in Time came out, it was starting to pick up on the Steam.
Yeah, I think around that time we did start getting like pretty big hits for the DS. Like, wasn't the first Ace Attorney also up by then too?
Yes, there was Ace Attorney, there was Sonic Rush, there was there was Mario Kart DS.
I feel like Ace Attorney was
I'm just an idiot, so.
Why do I for some reason I remember Ace Attorney being almost like a launch title? Or close to it.
I do distinctly remember. Actually, it's funny you bring that up because I remember it was around the time when Twilight Princess was coming out, and there was a Nintendo Power article or issue that came along with the DVD with a whole bunch of trailers. And among that trailer were a couple new DS games coming out around that time, which include Ace Attorney and another game that came out roughly around the same time, Trauma Center.
Actually,
right, yeah, I remember that, Under the Knife, and then Second Opinion, which was a remake for the Wii.
Question about...
It's still funny to think about, like, there was these two radically big deviations from the norm back then that were on the DS, and yet out of the two of them, it was Ace Attorney that ended up becoming the massive hit that it was, and, well, not to say that the Trauma Center games are bad, I honestly think they're very interesting, it's just, well,
I think a lot of
they're kind of cult classics.
Yeah. I think one thing that also kind of helps Ace Attorney is the fact that I think the overall, what am I trying to say? The overall tone and presentation of it. Yes.
I was gonna say, if you see those blocks acting up, it's because it's doing the 60 FPS, like it's supposed to be flickering, transparent. So sometimes it'll either be totally solid.
Frames,
so it'll either be totally solid or not even there at all.
Did Stuffle just say explainification?
Look at me, Luigi, I'm about to hit on ears.
Did this guy just say explainification?
Yes. And
trust me, he's a real pretentious sort.
Oh, and yeah, if you haven't already figured it out, whenever I cut to the baby, they had a fun little thing where whenever Mario and Luigi are on the bottom screen and they send the babies off to investigate, they'll appear on the top screen.
Huh. Yeah. Anyway, you were saying, Steve?
Yeah, go back to you, Hype, with
But yeah,
Ace Attorney and/or Trauma Center.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the reason why Ace Attorney just caught on to people a lot easier than Trauma Center was the fact that, and I know this a little bit firsthand because I've been kind of like on somewhat of an Ace Attorney. Oops.
Well,
nothing there.
But it's helped to not. It's helped to not arrive.
I see what you did there.
Beat him both.
It was a gory discretion shot.
Sorry, go ahead, Hype.
But anyway,
I forgot I did that edit.
No, you're fine. But yeah, like I can kind of like agree with this since I have been on somewhat of an Ace Attorney binge for like the past couple of months. I think Ace Attorney as a franchise is a lot easier for people to like get accustomed to than Trauma Center in a sense of like the story and characters I kind of personally find a little bit more engaging.
That's
okay.
True.
I'm so sorry. Again, as a reminder, I edited these raws way back in 2017, so I forgot about some of these edits. I'm making myself laugh horribly, but I just remember like, I just now realize like help. No one.
But nobody came.
Boom! I just it was like
all that was missing
Not the
was
bricks.
all that was missing was some of those those crunchy sound effects from Mortal Kombat 3.
oh no.
Actually, what I was
Just
no,
package
actually,
screen.
you know what's actually missing?
No,
You
no,
wanna
no,
know what
wait,
that
wait.
scene's missing. Yes.
Sorry, it just off screen you hear fatality.
Actually,
Back to you, Hype.
what I was about to say is that you know what that scene needs, Matt?
What?
Like, just it's still off screen. Then you just hear, "Oh, for God's sake!"
Yeah, just like that. There we go.
Well, that's certainly an interesting way of cutting past repeat
Green
fights.
shell.
Though I guess actually okay. There's the justification. Luigi leveled up.
Luigi leveled up.
Thank you. I'd like to
So-
thank all the little people.
I guess while we still have Mario on the ring for a quick second here. Sorry to the Ace Attorney fans who want more of that. Though we will be doing something with that franchise soon. Believe you me.
Oh yeah.
But actually,
Objection!
Okay, it's just a
Yeah, we're-
it's just a regular puzzle thing, and okay, that's gonna
well.
lead to something interesting. Okay, actually, you know what? Now let's save that talk for a little later, cause or you know what? Never mind. We're just gonna hear about how lighting dark rooms works in this game. But anyway,
Where are we going to
One
get
thing I
that
will
light
definitely-
is darkness and dark is light?
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah,
that's
he
the
might be
McDonald's
James.
drive-through.
yes, I know. Kingdom Hearts 3 did not meet everyone's expectations, but I digress. But that one other thing that they announced during the Mario Maker 2 Direct, fucking online multiplayer.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically,
straight up.
it's like you could be able to like make levels together and even play levels together.
I just realized that the M on the that's a shine sprite.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's a
just
shine
check
sprite.
Ta-da!
Oh,
You use the shine
okay.
sprite to light your way.
I see. Okay, interesting.
Hey, babe, Mario.
No,
Oh,
I-
no,
boy.
you're almost
That's
there.
why you need. That's why you need the shine sprite.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a good thing this is the Mario world. Otherwise, that would have been a painful death for poor Mario and Luigi.
And
Yeah, I
their
should
future
probably
selves on top of that. But I was about to say, like, since
Yeah, let's do it.
it just popped up, it's like,
Hey, Mario. I just learned a new phrase. What is it?
the
Shine
new-
get.
Not the
Shine
new words.
get.
And as you noticed, it will swap between. Oh, that's actually you need to be careful. It will swap between Mario and Luigi. If you hit the wrong one, instead of a shine sprite, it'll send out a fireball,
Oh.
and it will hurt, and it'll send the
There we
babies
go.
back to the beginning. So
Oh
be careful.
shit.
Boy, would that suck. Oh,
Wait,
hello.
what's this?
It's one of those. It's a piece of that Cobalt Star
Oh,
thingy that powered the time
yeah.
machine. Remember that plot point?
No, actually.
No. What do you
Wait,
suppose
where'd you
that
come
is?
from?
It appears trashable, but
No.
well, you know what they say: one man's trash is another man's treasure. It may also be something of incalculable value.
Somewhere in between. Somewhere between those 2 points.
Luigi, I think I just
So-
learned a new phrase.
So it's a diamond?
It's a piece of cobalt. It's 1 point to a star. So there
Nah,
are
just-
4 more.
now I just have this idea, like, once they grab it, like, just Luigi looks at
I'm
it.
sorry, real quick.
Yes.
Luigi, I just learned a new word.
What is it, Mario?
And then me.
The one time where
Incalculable?
Baby Mario can't quite comprehend the word.
Okay, yeah, don't hurt yourself. Oh snap! We almost made it out. We almost made it out of here.
Oh. So actually, yeah. What were you gonna say earlier, Hype?
Like, once you got that piece of the Cobalt Star, like, I had this adorable mental image in my head where baby Luigi holds it and just decides, because babies are curious, decides to lick it, but his tongue gets stuck to it.
Oh.
And in here, we finally made it to Baby Bowser's room.
Ooh.
Ah.
Want a technicality there? Babies can't really lick anything. They just put their mouths all over stuff.
Oh,
You know what I mean.
oh, it's hype.
Yeah.
All right, are you jolly good?
So,
Who the fuck are you?
Mario, Luigi,
Oh, for God's
that's the
sake.
new time hole. Back to adventure.
we
Shut
can
up.
get back to the present
I think
finally.
we figured that out by now.
Yikes.
So yeah, there's literally a fucking time vortex in that Baby Bowser's room.
You're saying we can leap into that ridiculous hole? Absolutely rubbish. Do you honestly believe that I would place the princess in such reckless endangerment?
Come on,
Look
it's the
who's
time to
what
go
the
back to
top.
our own era. This blathering nincompooter is just arresting our progress.
Like you!
You scoundrel!
Uh-oh.
How dare you refer to me as such? And it's nincompoop!
Warning!
Not Tooter. Or Pooter or whatever it was.
Come on!
See ya.
Bye.
Don't worry, we're
So it
almost
should
done.
be said, we're literally about to take our younger versions of ourselves right to the future.
This won't have any negative repercussions. And don't worry, we're almost done with this part.
Out! I say, what cheek! I dare say, you are the true nincompoops! Get back here this instant!
He's about to do the thing he called the nincompoop for.
I will say that's
thus
my-
affirming himself as the nincompoop.
I will say that's my favorite part of Horde News Who. He's the boob.
It's like, I bet you won't look so good with a stapler to your head.
Okay, I don't remember that.
It was a small bit.
Yeah, I only saw that movie once.
Well, here we are, babies. What do you think?
This looks like shit.
Ouch. They're using those new words they learned. Oh.
Okay, it actually looks a lot better now. And just like that, we are here. We are back in our own time. Let's
Hooray!
hustlify over and see the good professor. If
You're
you're
just
unsure
making
where to
up
find
words.
it, take a look at the top screen. If you follow me.
You know,
Yeah, see?
with all these...
Hey, Luigi. Yes, Mario. I think I learned a new word. Really? Because what is it? I learned that isn't a word.
What I was about to say is that, like, with all these new words, or let me rephrase, all these new air quotes words that he's inventing, for some reason makes me think that this guy is, like, part Tigger, because a lot of the new words he's making sound like stuff Tigger would say.
They do. Hufflepuff.
Well, don't you a real nincompoop?
EGAD programmed new
terrible.
words into his system, but he never programmed the means to properly pronounce them. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed our little trip through Baby Bowser's castle, and hopefully won't be too mad for us stealing his cute little jewel. Though we're going to need that to advance the plot.
Yeah. So join us next time where we figure out where we should go next to find more of these pieces.
Till next time, everybody.
Luigi, I learned a new word. What's that, Mario? 3 months until the next recording.
Bye-bye.
Time travel!